The Chinese Communist Party continue to dominate many aspects of our country using cybersecurity and surveillance, this time inside the British Army. There's one thing to be concerned about when it comes to our public buildings like schools or NHS buildings, hospitals, or even privately when it comes to banks, where you have a number of CCP, Chinese Communist Party agents who are infiltrating every area. That's one thing. But there's another thing, allowing them to infiltrate or have access, direct access, to our police and British Army, armed forces. That's the limit. That should be the boundary. That should be the red line. But no one did anything about it until now. Now that it's been exposed, some newspapers are talking about it. We're still waiting for an actual reaction from the establishment. This is about the fact that a number of British Army bases, so all these barracks and all the places that you see with cameras, CCTV surveillance, they've decided to use equipment from Chinese Communist Party linked companies. So this is not some sort of conspiracy. These are the firms that have direct links and contact to President Xi's office in Beijing. We already exposed this a couple of months ago about a different area. We talked about the police. The British police also had in police stations and many other areas, they were using the same equipment. And we showed outrage. We were like, okay, this is bad. The UK police shouldn't really be that vulnerable when it comes to cybersecurity threats. They're literally using the equipment given to them by President Xi. But now it's the British Army. Now, for those who don't know this, the company is called Hikvision, based in China. And they are very close to President Xi's office, and the orders are from the spy agencies in China. In fact, for those who didn't know, a fun fact, the same Hikvision cameras were also installed in a number of government buildings and parliamentary buildings that somehow, coincidentally, was responsible for taking this photo of Matt Hancock doing this really weird kissy scene with his girlfriend, the lady he was having an affair with, and this was leaked. I'm not making any allegations against President Xi, but these equipments are everywhere. That's the point of this. These cameras are everywhere. Even Matt Hancock is not safe. Even when Matt Hancock goes to make out with girls, he's not safe from the scrutiny of Beijing. It's bad. It needs to be addressed. And luckily, there are some people in Parliament who do care about this. One of the few people are probably led by people like Ian Duncan Smith, who's very extremely sound on the issue of China and the threat we have from China. He said that the MOD, the Minister of Defense, has to own up to it, accept what has gone wrong, and say that we are now putting it right and getting rid of all the cameras. Just do it. It's been days and weeks. Why are we still waiting for this to happen? Ian Duncan Smith is absolutely spot on. And we have to have some sort of urgency. We have to have some sort of unity in the country, or at least in the establishment. Are we actually infiltrated completely? Perhaps we are. Perhaps a lot of people who are now part of the establishment are already have allegiance to Beijing rather than to London. And that's probably why nothing's been done about any of this. Again, not an allegation, but probably. So we even had Oliver Dowden coming out to say that government departments have been instructed to cease deployment of such equipment onto sensitive sites, where it is produced by companies subject to the National Intelligence Law of the People's Republic of China. Okay, nice words. We'll see if it's going to be done or not as soon as possible. My guess is it has to be done because it's now out there. It's been leaked. But the urgency is important. Are you going to take your time? Are you going to take your time like how you've done with the HS2? It's been about 500 years since you started HS2 as a project, which is completely idiotic and needs to be cancelled at this point. It's going to take that much time to also remove some basic CCTV from army bases. Or are we actually going to see them being removed within the next few days? It shouldn't take that long. It shouldn't. You could easily get everyone to gather together to get it done within 2 hours. Replace them, done. You are the government. You have the money. You have the resources. Simple. Right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back in half an hour, talk to you guys about Rishi Sunak's new Brexit deal again. We're going to talk to you guys about one of the biggest flaws in the new Windsor Framework Agreement. Subscribe to the channel. I'm Mahyar, Tousi, and we are the media.